Hey guys, Happy New Year. I thought in today's video I would do something I have not filmed yet before, and I don't know that I've ever reviewed, but this is basically everything that I used last year to see if it makes sense to do something similar again for 2025. I've already filmed my setup, but this is like, forgive me if I'm wrong, I'm going to put the word here in case I mispronounce it, but Techo Kaigi basically is like a review of what did and didn't work for the past year in planners and journals and then what you plan on using. So this is just going to be what I did use and what I pretty much fell off of and didn't use. And then another few little things that I'm going to add here and there to show you just what I'm excited for. And then I've got some other stuff and a book that I'm currently reading that I'll catch you guys up on. And then some journaling for last night from my family's like little get together from New Year's Eve. So thought it would be fun to kind of do all this together. As you guys know, I love talking here at my desk. So let's get into the video. Okay, so first one that I tried, I really wanted to try this version of the weekly notebook undated. And this is also from Paper Test Design. So it is undated. Initially, I thought I would use this as a health planner. And I did. I wasn't used to the layout, but I liked the way that it looked. I saw this on someone else's story. I was kind of just looking up Paper Test Designs accounts to see how people were using it. So AM routine, I highlighted it, and then you can see that I just wrote in like, I don't know what kind of pen. I don't think I used fountain pens in this. I think I just used my gel pens. So I wasn't using any sort of fountain pen in there. And then did some minimal deco and affirmation. And then these kind of threw me off after a few weeks. It got to be real. So in reality, I like that it's separated, but my brain just, when I first went to a page, it just didn't like compute for some reason. But anyway, um, and it could just be like the health tracker for me, for whatever reason, just falls off after a few weeks. So anyway, I like this here, my schedule that I put in here, like my weight, like my sizes. And then I just put my meals here, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and what I put. And then I put grocery list here when I went to the grocery store, and then crossed off what I got. AM routine, PM routine, and then bedtime, a to-do list, meals, snacks, remember to take vitamins, and an affirmation. So, and then I don't know what happened here. I just kind of randomly started printing out like workout stickers, and then it was looking kind of chaotic again. This one was fine, and then I did a little no eating out kind of tracker here, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I like that. So it was more to like just track me going to the gym, and then eating healthy. So it was more like an eating planner or like a meal tracker type thing. Same thing here. This one was fine. Like I printed this little from Pinterest, a bunch of little, motivational items, tacos plate. If I did go out to eat, I just put it on here too, like a little cheat meal. And then that was it. So that's literally all I filled out in that portion of it. In the back pages, I tried to do like an index of wellness and then like a workout tracker, but yeah, I just did not stay in this planner at all. I tried to do, let's see, this was like a wellness, tracker. Never finished it. And then a few pages in here, I think I did like a symptoms log, a food log, food log, food log. Um, Sleep, I put some notes in from my sleep. And then I don't know what I did here. I just kind of added some random routines, AM and PM. And yeah, that was it. So this didn't work out for me, needless to say. Moving on. This was the 2024 B6 Common Planner. This is a well-loved planner. This is just a tried and true. This is the second year that I have used this planner. This year I used it for work, and it is. I can't share too much of it because it is work. But I tabbed it. I put my tabs from the Travelers Company in here for the months. Both the months. Actually, I don't know why I didn't put all of them. I think I used them, but I had in here what I had. But yeah, the abbreviated ones I put for the months, and then the other ones I put for like the weekly pages all the way through the end. The notes pages, I'll show you a little bit. I don't think there's anything like too crazy in here. I put my paydays in here, my like when they reimburse me for expenses, I put those dates in here, holidays in here. And then this was actually, this page worked out really good. I should go back and check this off because I had a work goal list, and I actually did do a lot of these goals the first year. So I should go back and do it because a lot of these I actually did accomplish. This didn't really, nothing really happened on these pages. I wasn't sure how to work them, but yeah, it was really hectic. So this was, so this was before I started my job, and then literally like this is January, like February, March, um, April, May, June. I didn't fill out a lot of these, but October, pretty much the whole year was nuts, busy, you know. And then the weeklies I separated out, but like what trainings I was doing, like every single week or every single day, like where my day went. So I kind of just did the highlighter method, added notes, an occasional deco. You know, it is work. I don't really want to put a lot of it because I did take this to and from when I was working at home and working in the office. So an occasional sticker here and there. But yeah, it was events, clients, and there's not really client stuff. It's more like my stuff. I don't know what I tried here. I think this was just like a, if I wanted to, if I had thoughts about the day or whatever, I put them in here. But yeah, I really used this up quite a bit throughout the whole year. Towards the end, you know, tend to fall off. And then, what else? Yeah, the Januaries I just did dailies. So I did a split column down the middle, did dailies with the boxes and checked it off. I did add a one day and then, or 1 month. And then, you know, these pages are super, super filled because you know, I'm a running to-do list girl for work. So that's what I did. I had a March one in here too. And then, yeah, so all these pages are like super, super filled with just notes. So needless to say, I love this planner for work. I think the last page that I filled out was like, yeah, right here. So page 66. And then the last little bit I just didn't end up using. And then I just did a little pen test, I think, back here. Yeah, all right. I got a new pen. That was one of the pens I got this year. So I just put the ink swatch back there. So yeah, and look how well this held up. I mean, the cover is still really well. It's so slim. I love this thing so much. I just put some more tabs up here. I kept it in I didn't put a clear cover on it, or did I? I did put a clear cover, and then I housed it in like a B6 cover. So yeah, and then I took it off like in October because I just got bored of whatever is in, and I just wanted to look at this pretty leather color. So this is a tried and true common planner that I have used for a whole year and will probably use again at some time in the future. Okay, so this one I used as my ink journal. Initially, I didn't really know, but I think I wanted to use it as an ink journal, and I'm gonna just keep using it because everyone's kind of having, you know, a lot of thoughts over the new Tomoe River paper, and this one, I mean, it's intended to bleed through because I use a lot of ink on my stamps and like when I do stamping, but I just kind of did random samples of ink all throughout the year. And then if I got a new pen, I put it here too, and like the month that I got it. So yeah, kind of just randomly anything ink, sample inks, and pen related, fountain pen related, I put in here. So I'm just going to keep using it because I may not use the months page. Oh, this is fun. So I just did this one. One of my friends sent me some samples. So I just put a whole bunch of inks here and listed them and then like drew a little picture. Everyone has their very unique ways of doing ink swatching. And I love watching ink swatching videos. So if you guys want me to incorporate more of that, I definitely will. Sometimes I just like come and just do a whole bunch of ink samples, but I have tried different methods. But like I said, I just kind of get ideas, or sometimes I just like draw whatever. But yeah, everyone has lots of different ideas for ink samples. This is just what I tried this year. And yeah, or I should say 2024. I listed a whole bunch when I tested a bunch from my friend. So yeah, there's just a whole bunch of, and look, the sound of this just sounds, I love how this sounds. Like the crinkly ink paper, it's so satisfying. But yeah, I have a bunch of different methods that I test for ink. I mean, look at this page. It has so much ink in here. It looks pretty. And yeah, of course it's going to be like shadowing and stuff, but I don't really think it bled through much. So, and because I don't hate this paper, I'm just going to keep using it. So look at all this. I mean, I have all this. So I'm just going to keep using this until I don't have any more pages and just fill it up and have it be like this beautiful ink journal. So we're going to continue this for 2025. Another one that I really, really loved is the Stalogy. So this is the A5 Stalogy in this blue cover. The only reason I stopped using it was because I accidentally spilled something in my bag when I was traveling one day, and this didn't have a cover on it. So unfortunately, it just got all gross. I can't show too much in it because this is actual client stuff. But yeah, it's really, really full of fountain pen on both sides of the ink, of the paper, highlighter, and very, very minimal stickers. Sometimes I would put ephemera in there, like if I went to a certain show or whatever, but it has sticky notes. I wrote it on both sides. I wrote parking ticket, you know. So yeah, this was a very loved planner. I have a new Stalogy this year, but I don't know that I'm going to break into it just yet. I don't need it, and it's, you know, it's undated. So yeah, like I'm not going to break it out just yet. But I had all these pages left, and I'm so sad that it just got ugly, and my brain is not going to want to keep using it. So love the Stalogy. If you're curious about it, it does work with fountain pens. I don't care about the shadowing. I can still read both sides, but yeah, and I tabbed it. It was a well-loved, also and that was for work. I don't know if I mentioned that. Okay, and then another one that I tried and didn't end up really finishing much. This is a TN size. This is a TN cover. I think this is from, I want to say it's from Elysian Paper. No, Yard and the Leathersmith. Sorry. So this is a cover from Yard. It's an undyed leather. I love this cover. If I ever go back to like a TN sized planner, I will probably use this. So yeah, don't plan on selling it. So this was one that I started in January of 2024. So this was one of the first planners that I was excited to start. I think I actually started it before. I mean, the monthlies, I started it in January, but the weeklies, I think I jumped into this planner in November of 2023. So I liked it. But you'll see why I got out of it. So yeah, this one I liked a lot. I had my plans here for my 2024 planners, and then trackers, you know, didn't really use the trackers much. I set up my monthlies basically for appointments and events, and did that February, March, and then January and February. The rest of the year did not use much. So the weeklies I split. So I put the date, it was undated, so I just dated it myself up here. And then I got this idea from Hannah, Ardently Hannah, I believe is her Instagram name. But yeah, she puts just like the week of and then whatever week you're on. So I just drew a line here, and then here I would put either like if I went to the gym or my work schedule or something, and then I would just separate out. I didn't really use it like a Monday, Tuesday type thing. I just put my trackers here, a running to-do list, next weekend or the weekend things, and some things I accomplished, and then just a little bit of deco. It kind of changed from week to week, but that was the gist of it. So up here, I put the date, gym, trackers, running to-do list. Pretty much did that for all the weeks that I was in here. And I liked it. There was enough space. Yeah, I did deco in it. So, and then I don't know why I got the crazy idea that I printed this book cover, right, for Two Twisted Crowns, and that set off some craziness. And then I got these tabs that My Minimal Planner had on her shop. So I was like, oh, those are cool. Let me print those out. And then I was like, oh, maybe I just do like 1 week of like what I'm reading and like quotes and, reading book stuff, I'll put them in here. So I put a currently reading, like the book cover, and then like I put notes about the book here. And then like in the audio book, like if I read during my lunch, I read that here, like if I read at night. So yeah, there was basically like it became a reading journal. And then I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just flip back and forth. So I'll do 1 week of regular planning. So that's what I did here. This was in December, trackers, events, running to-do list. And then I was like, oh, now I'll do so I used 2 weeks basically as one. So I would use this week as my like to-do stuff and this week as my reading journal, just because it was like housed together. It made sense to just like flip the page and then update what I was reading that week. And then I did even a daily tracker. Yeah, and I just kept doing that. Don't ask me why I did that, but that's what I did. So I did a week of planning and then a reading journal, and I posted it on Threads, and I got so many like questions and likes and stuff on it. I was like, oh, okay, so it's not just me. Like, I'll just keep doing it. Yeah, and then I kept doing that. So 1 week for planning, 1 week for reading journal. Planning, reading journal. Like, look how oh my gosh, like I love this page. Yeah, so I updated a lot of reading stuff. This is just what I was reading last November, or November 2023, because that's when I read Iron Flame. And then a week of planner, books, planner, books, planner. I don't know. What do you guys think of that? Is that crazy or what? I feel like that was kind of interesting of me to do that. I didn't have any book covers here, but that was still a reading page. Planning. And then I just went back to planning, I guess. This is all planning again. Now here's a reading journal. Don't ask me how I don't know. And then this was a to-do, but it was very messily done. I didn't really care. And then when I counted out the weeks, I was like, okay, so I have enough weeks in here to do this for about 6 months before I'm going to have to switch to something else. But yeah, that's basically what I did. And then this was the last page I did in March, because that's when I jumped into my Hobonichi cousin. And yeah, so that was that for the weeklies. And then here I did daily journaling in here because I didn't have a journal, so I just put my dailies back here. So in the notes pages, daily journals is what I ended up doing. A lot of this was inspired by, different people in the community, clearly, but like the line down the middle, I've always felt makes more sense to break it up. And Allie from Philo Planner tends to do this a lot. She breaks up, a line down the middle, and then it doesn't seem so intimidating to either decorate or write in. So that's what I did. I loved separating it out a lot, which I still do. I still do that method. I think this was probably like my favorite page that came out, just because you separate. I put stickies in here for a to-do, for a wish list, like random notes, a to-do list on the side, and then journaling. And then this was like my final page for 2023. And then yeah, this is just some more daily pages in 2024. So I liked this. I didn't have any issues with this. Yeah, and that was honestly, that was all I did, because this is a lot of paper. So I don't know that I'll ever jump into this. I mean, there is some dailies, but I don't know. I don't know that I'll ever jump back into it. But also, this is fountain pen. So I did use fountain pen, and as you can see, like the last page, I press hard when I write. So but most of this was fountain pen, and yeah, no bleed through, no bleeding, like no issues whatsoever. Like you can see from the previous pages, there's literally no bleed through, no shadowing. Okay, this is fantastic paper. And again, this is like Tomoe River paper from like a 2023 batch. So, we'll just have to admire it for what it was, if it's different now. But yeah, so this is that. This is the Paper Test Designs, the yearly planner. Yeah, in the TN version. You guys were curious about that. Okay, so that's pretty much it for like the Techo Kaigi. Oh, and then I've showed you guys my junk journal, I think. This big old thing, and I haven't finished it, so I'm not even going to open it. But, well, you know what? I'll show you guys. Hello, we're all paper lovers here. You guys will want to see this, maybe. So yeah, I did pretty much junk journal style here, but I also added in some gratitude, and these pages are huge, so there was a lot of room to, do ephemera and thick ephemera because it's thick paper. Yeah, this is February. Super Bowl, traveling when I was in Florida, I believe. That came out so large, the Emoji Cafe freebie that she had. And then I kind of fell off on the March gratitude here, I believed. Some more stuff that I've gotten from friends. Yeah, so this is pretty much like junk journal style that I kept up with for 2024, which I really, really love. And then let's see what the last page of it is. Yeah, and there's like no pressure to like write about it, but look at all the stuff that I still have to go through and update in here. It's quite a bit, so it's a project. It's a project. We're gonna just put that away for now. Yeah, this is like a chunky that didn't really, I mean, this is a rubber band, so it doesn't really have, and I just picked up this randomly from Target, so it works. Okay. Also, I am gonna file this away because, oh my gosh, you guys, I got 2 of these Traveler's Archive binders. So this is the Passport archive binder. You can find it on the Travelers Company website, and I have seen these in a lot of TN people's like archives, and I didn't have enough. There was no way, so I honestly saved what I could, and this is the past 2 years worth of inserts. So this was, I think this was like 2023. I can't remember. Let me see. Yeah, so this is like 2023 inserts that I finished, and I added in here. From when I finished it, I use this as a memory keeper. And then this one was also from 2023, also as a memory keeper. I think this one I actually did finish. Yeah. So it was just a memory keeper from 2023. This one was a daily from Aura Estelle that I really wanted to try. A daily passport, the little notebooks. And I did fill it out quite a bit, actually. These are little dailies. So yeah, that was fun to try. I used this for a while, I think in December. So I filled this up in like 1 month because it was 1 month of dailies. And then this was also a random one. Is it from 2023? I don't remember what year this was from. But yeah, this was like my first attempt. So I really didn't know what I was doing or like what style. So I was like, let me just attempt something random. But it didn't end up looking very cute. But yeah, that's all I have, I think, for Passport. I have more inserts, but I only have one of these binders. So, and then the way that I just put the Travelers Company stickers on here, love. And then this one though, oh my gosh. So this is 2023 and 2024. But I put my Stationery Fest sticker on here because it has my insert from Stationery Fest, but I put most of my favorite stickers on here, and then I decorated the back. So but this is the insert. Oh, I've been dying to show you guys this. This is the insert. I have a reel up on this on my Instagram, but this was my Osaka Stationery New York trip insert, and honestly, I'm so proud of the reel that I did. It's on Instagram, like I said, but I did a flip through of this while also inserting clips of my trip. So that was kind of fun. And again, there's inspo on this from like Julia here on YouTube, and then she kind of preset this up before we went to New York so that I can have an idea of how to use it. So I took the inspo from her, and I think I'll link the video if I can remember to do that. That she had it's a really smart idea to do your inserts when you go on a journaling meetup or a journaling event, because in previous ones that I've gone to, I'm kind of overwhelmed and I just look at a blank page and I'm like, I don't know what to do. So this one was like items I purchased, stationery that I ended up buying, the event details, like who the vendors were going to be there. I mean, I'm not going to go through it all, but because like I said, I already kind of did. But yeah, and then she just had some pages of like how to set it up. So anyway, I did all that. I journaled about the days. I mean, for me being there for 4 days, like I filled up. Let me see. Yeah, I think this is it right here. Yeah, so for me being there for 4 days, I did all these pages. So yeah, that was cool. And then this was just other like journaling, like regular TN style journaling that I did throughout the rest of the year, that I loved. And yeah, and then I also put in my Christmas December dailies in here that I followed from like Job's journal. He does that style where you just journal every single day, or add in December stuff. So I did that in here along with my Hobonichi cousins. So this was just separate other stuff that I was doing and just receiving, and just very Christmassy style. But yeah, I think I finished through the end of December. Yeah, I did. And then I got, I'll show you guys that in a minute, but I ended up getting the Canon SELPHY 1500 for Christmas as a gift from my parents. So these are the two pictures I printed from there, and loved the way this page turned out. And then, yeah, I think this was the last page. Yeah, so I didn't finish the last, but this is like the last of that, insert. And then this was my 2024 dated that I only really filled up until March of 2024. So I didn't really finish the rest of it. And then this one was the Arabica Coffee Seattle, whatever, craft paper from TN that was like a collectible. And this is from when I traveled back in 2023. So I just put it in here because I really liked this insert. And then this was an old one that was also like random ephemera before I switched it to my big notebook that I just showed. This is where I was putting all my ephemera in. So yeah, I did a lot of it in here. And then it's got a lot of stamps in here from when I've gone to planner stuff. So I don't know what to do with it other than just leave it in here. So I'm just going to leave it in here. And is there one more? I think there's one more in here that I could probably fit in. But yeah, that's the archive of these two. Super fun. What else? Oh, so I mentioned I got two printers. So my daughter actually gifted me the Instax, and I'm so happy because I'll be able to take this with me when I leave the house and want to take pictures that day. So I'm going to take this with me. I just ordered paper, it didn't come with any. So I'm waiting for that to come in, and this is just prints out like the Polaroid style pictures. So I can't really say if I love it or not, other than the fact that when you turn it on, it does that. Oh, let me see. Hopefully it's not like glaring too bad, but um yeah, it like lights up these really cool lights there. So that's pretty fun. I do like that. And I think this is just like the newest design of the Instax. And this is the Instax Mini Link 3 is the name of it. And then the Canon SELPHY. Let me see if I can bring this over here. I think I can. Okay. So this is the Canon SELPHY 1500 photo printer. So it's the cutest little thing. It's tiny. It came with this, and it came with like 3 or 4 different pages just to test out. So yeah, it's connected to your phone, and you just stick the printer paper in here, and okay, you just kind of have to wiggle it out of there. But this is the paper that it comes with, and you have to use their specific paper. My other friend had told me because she has this one. So it has like a perforated line here on the sides to when the picture prints out right here. You just print it out, and then this is a picture, and you can do collages in different sizes. It's just not on sticker paper, but there are ways to do that. I just put writing tape on the back of it and put it in my journal, and it works just fine. So yeah, I can't wait to use more of this and incorporate that into my journals. I don't know that I'm going to use it every day. Like I don't need a daily picture. I don't like my life is not that exciting to have a daily thing, and I don't have like babies to like record their things, unfortunately, anymore. So um, I probably just have like a million pictures of like myself in London, the Yorkie. So, but yeah, let me put this back together because I don't want to like it'll be loud. Also, my parents said it was sold out when when they went to Best Buy, so they had to order it online and it had to come. So it was out of stock when they try to order it at Best Buy. Yeah, but it just sits right at the end of my desk here, and it takes up really no space. My other printer is at the other end of my office. You probably can't see that because it's the glare, but yeah, it has all these options here. I haven't tried the touch screen. I just do it from my phone and just Bluetooth. I know it's kind of a longer video, but I like watching longer videos. So this is the first book of the year that I'm finishing. I started it in 2020 obviously. I got sidetracked in December. I was supposed to read it in December and got sidetracked, but this is like a tall book too. I don't know why it's so tall. I ordered it from Mercari and it just came tall because I wanted this cover and not the new cover to match my other ones. But I am listening to the audio and going, reading it. I'm on page 234, so I probably should finish it either, if not today, tomorrow. But one thing that I have enjoyed this series is enjoyable if you don't mind reading about toxic relationships, but it is about Daisy, and Daisy has a brother named Julian, and they are thieves. They are thieves and they steal art. It's also taking place in London. But Daisy and Magnolia, which if this is a Magnolia Parks book, but or series, I should call it. They call it the Magnolia Parks universe. So Magnolia Parks and Daisy Hates, even though they're the two main female characters in the book, they're not actually friends. They actually kind of don't like each other, and I won't spoil it as to why they don't like each other or why one doesn't like the other one. But in this group, it was so funny because I love Daisy's reaction to when she sees Magnolia, because Magnolia is like the it girl. Basically, she's like the it girl of London, and she doesn't want to like her, but then she starts like she's just so, you just can't help but like her, which is crazy because both of these girls are toxic as hell. They use men and relationships to deter themselves from the problems that they're actually having in life. Okay, they need therapy, they heavily need therapy, and they refuse. And it's actually funny because at one point, someone actually brings up, well, would you like to go to therapy as opposed to, using all your unprocessed emotions to take it out and get attention from all these men, which is like the whole premise of these books. So, anyway, it's great. I love Julian. Julian's one of my favorite characters, and he is like a mafia boss. So that made me want to read more mafia books. And the book I'm thinking of to read next, I don't know if next, but I am going to read Quicksilver. That's on my list this month to read is Quicksilver. And then I'm also going to read, there's a series by, I can't remember, but it's like a Peaky Blinders. It's called House of Bone and Blood or Blood and Bone. I'll put a little picture here. But that one's supposed to be like a Peaky Blinders kind of reimagining book. And I love Peaky Blinders, and it's like that style of like mafia that I love. So anyway, that's the first book that I'm reading, and Quicksilver, and then I've got a couple other books. I did read an arc of the new Alice Feeney book, and oh my gosh, I love Alice Feeney's writing so much. I'll talk about it in a different video because it doesn't come out until the 14th of January, but highly recommended it. I think I rated it like 4.5 stars, and it was fantastic. I love Alice Feeney so much. So that's it for the reading for right now. You guys, I fell into the trap of these markers. I don't know if they're going to be good or not. But if you are on TikTok, or maybe, I don't know if it's made its way over to Instagram yet, but my daughter and I have just been obsessed with like the coloring videos on Instagram, or I'm sorry, on TikTok. So she was doing the digital pictures on the Kindle. I'm not on the Kindle, she was doing the digital on the iPad. So on the iPad, she can download the coloring albums, and then she was just doing it from the iPad. And I've only just barely ordered one of the Coco Wyo books. But she's just like, Mom, we can just print the pages off of, Pinterest, and then we can color it here. So I just did that for her. This is her coloring that she did. But yeah, we've been obsessed with watching coloring stuff, and I have like an old pack of markers that I bought from Walmart. So they were these. I've had these for a few years, and I don't know why I wanted them. I just wanted markers. Creative, crafty people just buy stuff. And so anyway, I've had this set for a few years, and yeah, she kind of gravitated towards them and then just started coloring. So they're very similar to the Copic. I'm missing a couple, but these are the colors, and this is what it looks like with these. So I went to TJ Maxx, and then I saw these, and I was like, oh, you know what? Let's try these. I have no idea if they're going to be good or not, and I am not an expert colorer at all, so I'm just gonna try one and see. So the brand is Artist Concepts, and are they alcohol based? Oof. Can I take off the tag? Let's see. Double-ended, fine tip, broad tip. Where is the dual-ended markers? Oh, broad tip, ideal, easy to blend. Oh, they are alcohol markers. Okay. So my daughter said the alcohol markers are the ones that work the best. So what she said about alcohol markers is that they blend really well, and they're not streaky. You know how some markers can be streaky? These, I guess, are not streaky. So yeah, that's fun. Okay, well, I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money because if you've seen the Oahu markers, they're kind of pricey. But I'm not going to say that I'm not going to buy them, but I wanted to try them and see if this is even something that I want to do. Why wouldn't I though? This is so fun already. Cool. Okay. Well, if you go to TJ Maxx, these are $14.99, and this is a pack of. And it comes with this cute little case. I mean, how cute is that? Let me see. I should have just kept this little thing here. It comes with 48 markers, so it's 15 bucks for 48 markers. And then I ended up also buying a pack of a smaller kind. It was like $2 less, but I bought it as a gift for one of my friend's kids. So hopefully she'll like those. But yeah, if I have more time and maybe in a different video, I'll swatch these out. But I just wanted to at least try them and open up and show you guys probably another hobby that you guys are gonna maybe see on here. So yeah, that's that. And then the last thing I wanted to show was, so this is I have two updates. So I already filmed my 2025 planners, but this one I changed a little bit because since it's going to be for work and I think it'll work fine for work, I wanted to minimalize it a little bit more. So I didn't want to put all crazy, super bright colors in it, even though I really want to. So I just put some page tags, put a little note in there, and then sticky notes, and then this little cloth and paper thing that I had, and then page pins, a monthly tag, some daily stickers for the days. And then I took that other one off and I just put that in there. And then the notebook from Sterling Ink, that's just like a grid paper, I just put it in there. So I'm going to bring this with me to clients, to see clients. And I would just rather it be plain, you know. So yeah, I just put, I'm going to use this as like pretty much like I use the B6, but maybe not as much because we heavily rely on Outlook. So whatever I want to put in here to remind myself, I'm going to do that. And then I did one page already. So I just did Is there anything? No, there's nothing crazy in here. Okay, so I just did like a daily page in here and then added a sticker and then the date. So yeah, it's like a running to-do list. This pen is clearly thick. This is my, I think I used my Decimo. So yeah, that's what that looks like. Definitely shadowing. But yeah, it's not that many pages, but I like the look of this notebook, and we will see. But that's what I have in here, and then I don't have anything in the back other than this little pencil board. So I kind of minimalize that, and yeah, that's the update on that guy. And then this one I've showed already kind of bit, but this is like my main squeeze right now. This is like I'm keeping it coffee themed. So the daily, yeah, I kept it all coffee themed. I found more coffee stickers, and yeah, I'm just like I said, keeping it coffee themed. Even my little dashboard that I'm going to use it here is this coffee menu that I got from the Color Cafe, and it's just a postcard, but I realize I don't have any pocket um, of the pencil boards. I don't know why I don't have any, but I don't have any. So I'm just going to use this until I get one. And then my brother was actually saving this for me. He's so funny. I asked him for, he always gets his coffee and they come with these little pencil board looking things. And I always ask him for it. He's like, I was going to give it to you anyway. He's like, so he saved me the pink one and then he got me these little stickers. So yeah, I already put that one in here too. It says always extra. So I am. And then this is lovely. This is just, I'm using it as a daily page. And yeah, I'm going to try to keep it all like coffee themed. I haven't used this week much because, we're not doing anything this week until next week. But yeah, that's the update on this. This will be my little holder or bookmark, pencil board, whatever you want to call it. And then on the daily, for Sterling Ink, I have one update for you guys really on this guy. I placed my sticker in here with a this little folder guy from Traveler's Company. So I just wanted to put that in there. And then this is the only thing I added. So I've seen this floating around. I went on Pinterest and saw this floating around. So I did a 2025 bingo card and I laid this out in pencil. So I'm going to put in here, instead of goals, I'm going to do a bingo card this year. So I'm going to spend some time in trying to figure out some stuff for 2025. And then this one I printed from Lindsay Scribble. She had a freebie on her page. It's like a planner bingo card. So repurpose a new notebook, leave a page blank, complete a sticker sheet, try a theme. So she's got all kinds of like bingo or planner related items for your bingo. So yeah, I thought that was fun. And that's really the only thing I've done on here. Did I do anything else? Oh, I did add some tracking in here, but you know me and trackers. So, but I also wanted to do maybe like when I start filling this in on a daily basis, I wanted to see like if I put a memory, I realized when in my cousin, it's chaotic unless I filled out that first page of like what the heck is on that page. I don't really know. Like if I'm just flipping through it, I don't know what's going on because I didn't highlight enough of like the main event for the day other than going through here. So I kind of want to do like a little smaller, like if it's a memory, draw this box. If it's a traveling, it's an arrow. If it's a photo, do this. If it's a list, a check mark. If it's book related, do that. So I'm going to try that and see how that works. And then my cycle and then no alcohol. I don't really drink anyway, but that should be on there mostly every single day. And I think that's all I did. I don't think I added any to the back yet, any tracking or stuff, anything to the back yet. No, I didn't. So yeah, that's that. So I'm going to journal this stuff. This is from Settlers of Catan that we played yesterday for New Year's Eve. So I'm going to journal for my last page of 2024. And that way I can file away my cousin. And I think that's the update. Oh, you know what? I have one more update. I'm sorry, guys. This video is so long. Okay, so this was my planner for my finances. So I'm still going to use that, and I've already started using it. So I'll show you guys a little bit here. So January, I just highlighted, today mortgages due. I already paid that. Any afterpays that I have, and then here I just put like, any financial things that I want to remind myself of. And then here we go. I'm paying bills. So nothing too exciting other than it's a highlight. who I'm paying, how much I'm paying, and then once it's cleared my bank account, I'm gonna put a little check mark there. And then like I ordered a new modem for Cox, and for 24 months, they're not going to charge me anything. So I just remembered to put a little note in there for that. And then this little whatever it's called, Paper Test Designs and Hey Planner Girl collab that they did, where they printed out these little things, where it's just like a running like to do for more bills that are paid. And then I listed out all my bills each month. So like if I have a bill due, it's highlighted, and then anything else um, that I want to note for finances, I put in here. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And then a note for my alarm to check on that in April or May when it expires. Um, yeah, so that's pretty self-explanatory, but that's how I'm using it, and that's how I'm going to keep using it. So I'm glad I found a little use for this. And this is a financial summary. I haven't done anything yet because the month just started. So that's probably going to happen here at the end of January. And yeah, that is going to be all. So sorry if this video was a little bit longer, but I will see you guys in the next video.